I'm hoping that's working. I don't see anything. Oh, it's working. Okay, good. Where's my pen? There's my pen. I think it's working. I have no idea. Okay. Okay. Let me get some music on and then I'll start drawing and searching up some references. Oh, the microphone's way over here. Hold on. I hope the settings for the sound are the same, so. Okay. Hopefully everybody can hear me on YouTube when I start this, so. And I haven't started on. And I'm just gonna play this. That's what I meant to do. Don't mind me reaching over, grabbing the mouse. Okay. Hello. Wow, you just popped right on, didn't you? Hi, Frankie. How you doing? Sorry, I haven't started drawing yet. Oh, the title's not right. Hold on, let me update that. Draw now. I gotta finish setting things up real quick, so. There we go. Updated. Get rid of that sewing. Two-second art. Oh boy. That'd be interesting. If I did like the 5-second, 10-second, 1 minute, was it? Like 5-second, 10-second, 1 minute, and then like 10-minute challenge. I think that's what it's called. Alright, let me get Twitch set up and then I'll... Not Twitch. I already have Twitch set up. I need TikTok set up. Where are you? There you are. It's not opening. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's gonna take a minute. Okay, I need to decide on what glass shape I want to do for this one. I'm gonna do the strawberry milk snake. Hold on. Strawberry reference. I have to get all my reference images up. Got a reference of a strawberry and a reference of a milkshake glass. Because I want to try a different shaped glass for this one. And a strawberry corn snake, so. And a strawberry corn snake. Yes, they are real things, by the way. There is such thing as a strawberry corn snake. They're really pretty too. Some of them are more like almost like an albino, and then some of them have that deep red strawberry color. So. Okay. Apparently that wanted to update for some reason. Okay. Yum. Yes, yum. Okay. Goodness. I guess I haven't opened it. So if you're wondering why I haven't been streaming this whole week, is because I've been sick this whole week. So I apologize for not streaming for the entire week. But I can't really help that, so... Oh, that's right. I have to turn on that thing. There we go. There we go. Okay. I'm very close to the camera. I apologize. It won't be like this the whole time, I promise. So. Okay. I wish I could just... Hold on. Let me just pull this out. And make this little... I have a lot... I wish I had like a third screen to do all this on. I have a lot of chats open now. Because I got the YouTube, I got the Twitch, and I got TikTok. This is a lot. This is a lot. Okay, I'm just gonna move this down here. This here. And move this here. Oh, I can shrink it. That's good. Okay. Yay, now I can see everything. Okay. Alright, let me choose a milkshake glass I want to do. It's on strawberry. For strawberry. What should I do for strawberry? Because I've already done the classic one for vanilla. So how do I want to go about the strawberry one? Ooh, the V-shape one. That one's fun. I like that one. Oh, with that. Kind of wish the image wasn't blurry, but that's fine. Oh, there we go. That's a better image. Cool. Okay. Okay, let's get started. It kind of looks like the glass I used for the apple juice one, but that's fine. Hopefully I'm not too close to the camera anymore. This is a different angle I'm trying out, so yes. We gotta make sure the glass is even. That is like the only time I ever use the reflection tool, is to make like the glass symmetrical. Whoops, wrong button. Hello. Some people joining from TikTok. Thank you for joining. Okay. Just reach over here. Strawberry milkshake has a very, very pink color, so I kind of want to have a reference of that too. So I could do the foamy kind of look of it this time around for the whipped cream. I could do like the crinkly foam instead of like the perfect foam. So that could be a little bit fun. And then have the strawberry on top. This is always going to be my rough sketch. If you notice how I draw, I make an extremely rough sketch at first just to like get the placement and everything. And then when I go into my line art and stuff is when I really get into the details and all that. Okay, now I must add the snake. The snake is always the most important part. Okay. Cute strawberry, I think. I'm gonna do just a whole strawberry. And just add the little dimples. Okay. Strawberry. Messy strawberry. But it's a strawberry nonetheless. It'll probably be smaller than that actually. But let's add the snake. Okay, strawberry snake. You have a very particular shape, don't you? Not really. You kind of look like every other snake, but your pattern, the pattern on a strawberry corn snake actually is really cool. Like, you should look it up. I love it. It looks really fun. Anyway, moving on. Okay. Let's see. Let's just add the head first on a separate layer using a different color so I can imagine this more. Ironically, I'm making the strawberry snake green in sketch form, so yeah. I want to add a little tiny stump for the nose, just to add that little bit of cuteness there. Of course, I had to add the dollop of frosting on top. Or not frosting, whipped cream. I'm sorry, I used the wrong word. Whipped cream on top, of course. Because without whipped cream, how are you supposed to know it's supposed to be a milk snake? I'm just kidding. Okay, let me see how what way I want this shape to the snake to go around the cup. So could just do that. I think that's where I want to go with it. It's a very quick arch there. The only bummer about putting the snake around the cup is that yeah, I lose a lot of the detail of the cup that I just drew. But I feel like that's like people with clothes and stuff when they draw people instead of animals. It's like, oh, that anatomy study is gone. I'm just kidding. Seems like a lot. I don't know. Let me erase to see. I had to think about where the snake thing is coming from. Okay. Do we agree that looks good, or should I change that? Maybe I should change that. Hold on. Not sure I like how it ends. Maybe instead of all that, I could do a little less of a hump. Get rid of that. Goodness. It's not a rattlesnake. I don't know if I should have the tail pointing up. Give the snake a little bit more room for the tail to end. So it goes around and then like that. I think that might be better. That's a very complicated swirl. I am not sure how I feel about that. The thing is, snakes just go in whatever shape they want. They just loop around, and so there's really any kind of shape that I could do with it, which is why it's so confusing, because I had to choose a way for it to go around the cup in a way that makes sense but also catches the eye in the right way. I guess lead's eye is the right word. So, 'tis a difficult task. Hello, people joining. How are you? I'm hoping that my notification things are working, because I tried to fix it and I don't know if they're working, so hopefully that's all working now. I wonder if it'd be better if I did that, the open space. I think it's just better for it to go around the glass. Just end it right there. Kind of like a classic snake swirl that you would see in most drawings. You just shrink that a little bit so it doesn't meet the edges of the canvas so much. Okay. That's probably good, right? I'd say that's good. I don't know, I might change my mind. We'll see. Okay. Just turn the opacity down. So, I'm still gonna do line art because even though I'm trying not to do line art anymore in my art and I'm just doing colors and stuff. I still use the line art as like a guideline of where everything should go. So I usually just draw over the line art is how I do it. My sketch is there to figure out where everything's placed. The line art is basically my quote second sketch or something, as you would call it, but it's more like precise. So yeah. It also decides what colors I'm using for where and all that kind of stuff. So I guess I'll start with the snake. No, let's start with the glass because the snake's going around the glass. So I'm gonna dunk under the camera while I pull up my... Okay. Whoops. Okay. Alright. So let's look for a pinkish color that I think would be good for the dark version of the part of the glass. I'm sorry if I cough. The cold's still not completely gone. Like, it's still in my throat, unfortunately, so. Hello! Argenty. Argenty's #1 fan. That's a cute name. Thank you. It is going to be a strawberry corn snake. So this is the strawberry version of the MilkSnake series. I'm trying to think about how the end of a snake's tail looks. It's almost like it curves less. I think. I don't call that good. I'm gonna duck. You see, yeah. I promise I'll probably be more chatty in a few minutes. I just am focused on the line art. And making sure I get the strawberry shape right. Strawberry leaves are probably going to be the hardest thing to get right. I think I'm just gonna have to make the leaves my own. No amount of reference can help with this. I think I'll decide on that later. Okay, color. Let's do color. All right. It is a little difficult to change images to look at the references because I gotta duck under the camera because it's in a really weird spot. My computer's right there, so yeah. What can you do? What can you do? It is what it is. Trust the process. It's not the color the snake will be. Well, it's part of the color, but there's more to it. I'm sorry, I keep shaking the camera. I really hope I can do the colors well in this one. This is a difficult one. This is going to be a very interesting one. I just want to do it justice. Because it's strawberry and that's my favorite milkshake. I do love Oreo and I do love chocolate. And sometimes I switch because I am in the mood for Oreo or chocolate. But strawberry's top tier for me. So yeah. And I know there's people who are like mint and peach. I do love peach. Peach is probably my second favorite, but I only ever get it during the summer, so yeah. Apologies. I'm sorry if I coughed into the mic. I hope I didn't. I hope I didn't break your eardrums with my coughing. That would be unfortunate. Hopefully this cough thing will go away soon. It's like it's really annoying because it's like almost gone. It's so close to being gone, but there's still like that little bit of gunk in my throat, so yeah. Very, very annoying. I will say, I got a cookout, and as much as I love strawberry, I don't like their strawberry shakes as much, because if I get a strawberry shake, I'd rather it be a little bit thinner so I can drink it, whereas cookout shakes are so thick that you have to use a spoon, which to the point they're basically ice cream. However, I have discovered their best shake, which is the banana pudding shake. If you like banana pudding and you like Nilla wafers in your banana pudding and you like milkshakes, that is where you go to get a banana pudding milkshake. Because oh my word, that thing is so good. It would be my top favorite if I got it more often, probably. But I don't go there that often and it's expensive, so I'll stick to the strawberry. If you don't know what cookout is, you're missing out. It's probably because you live in a different part of the world, but that's fine. Is one day maybe you'll get to experience the banana pudding cookout shake. Because if you don't know what cookout is, it's basically a hamburger place. It's kind of like McDonald's, I guess, but like higher quality. So, and it doesn't just have like burgers and fries and such. It has like corn dogs, which you don't find at a lot of fast food places, and it has what are they called? Fajitas, I think. Not fajitas. Well, I think they are called fajitas. I don't know. The cheese and chicken in between two tortillas. That's not called a fajita. I don't remember what it's called. It is escaping my mind right now, mostly because I don't have it. Quesadilla. A quesadilla. They have quesadillas and hot dogs and corn dogs. I've only gotten their hot dogs once, and honestly, like, I didn't feel well after eating them, so I never got them again. I still get their corn dogs though, because I love their corn dogs, but and I love their cheeseburgers so much better than any other fast food joint. What else do they have? I mean, the sides, they have onion rings, they have hush puppies, and they have fries. So, and I think there's some other stuff, I just don't know what they are. But those are the ones I know about. So if you want a specific side, you can switch it up. So that's why I like them, because they have a bunch of different stuff. And then they have a ton of different shake flavors, some of which I've never tried because there's like 30 on there. So yeah, and there's probably other shake places that do better and stuff. Like there's this place, it's called like, what's it called? I think it's called like Shake Shack or something, and it's like near my house. I have never tried any of their shakes. Apparently they're really good from what I've been told, but I don't know. Actually, I think it closed down and got replaced with something else. But they also do like shakes and burgers, so I don't really know what the difference is. It looks exactly the same. And now I'm talking about food, but I just ate earlier, so I should be fine to talk about food. I hope I won't get hungry. I could get hungry. I do kind of want a shake now. Like, I want to go get a strawberry shake now. I want to go get me a nice, yummy strawberry shake. Probably make one after this. I have ice cream, and I have strawberry jam, so maybe I could make one after I do this stream. If I'm still feeling it. We'll see. Just gotta have a little mini strawberry slice in here. Okay. Let's get this strawberry going. So the pattern is very interesting. So they're all kind of different, but this is the one I'm going with, so because it's a corn snake, so I suppose they have a different pattern. A strawberry corn snake. I'm very glad I could find it, honestly. Again, just look up what a strawberry corn snake looks like, and they're so pretty. I love them. They're very pretty. Okay, let's see. So, this is red. No, that's not red. What is red? This is red. Hold on. That's red. And this is why I did it on a separate layer. Because it gets confusing. It's like the head part down to quite a ways in. I think that'll be where it ends. And the rest of this will be the spots. I must verify I am a human on TikTok. There we go. I am human. Hello, One Cut. My mic is peaking. Oh no. Let me see. Let me fix it. Is that better? I hope it's better. Okay. I'm gonna hope that's better. I turned it down a little bit. It's up to the yellow, so I think that's good. As long as I don't cough in the mic or anything. It's also because I'm probably closer to it, so I could probably move it back a bit. My reference. I don't have my reference up. Hold on. There we go. I got my reference up again. It's better? Yay. Good. I'm glad. Now I don't have to worry about that. Oh, what does their belly look like? Hold on. Strawberry snake. What does their belly look like? It's a lot like the other one. Okay, well, we'll keep going. Snakes have a very interesting pattern. Still beating the cough. All right. exactly why I haven't been streaming for several days. Because I am a coughing mess. I don't like it. But I can't control it, unfortunately. You have the cutest little stickers, one cut. Apparently, I should have stickers now, because I have 50 subscribers. So I should be able to do stickers or something. So maybe I should make some stickers. And little gifts, probably. Because I know how to make them. I just never done it before. I don't know how to actually put them on Twitch, though. So I suppose I'll have to watch a video on how to do that. Maybe one of my streams I'll make a bunch of stickers and stuff. There'll be a bunch of pigs or something. Because that is my logo. Bunch of piggy stickers for all the Twitch chat. Nope. I can only do that when the line's closed, but I forgot it is not closed because it's not on the edges, so yeah. I realized that after I did it. I was like, oh, that's gonna turn all red. Fall break is almost here for everybody who's still in school, so I'm sure that's exciting. Although I am not in school, I do teach art, so at a school, so it'll be nice to have a little bit of a break during that time and just work on this stuff. So I might stream a bit more during that week. We'll see. I don't know. That's only like a week and a half away for me, so. Although I think everybody probably has a little bit different on fall break and all that. Although I'm not sure if I will stream more, because usually I only have about like a few hours of energy to stream. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm not going to make any promises, because I only got so much energy. I'm really excited to start rendering this snake. You have no idea. I love the snake pattern on the strawberry corn snake. I don't know why. It's just so cute. Like, I get why people get corn snakes as pet, because their pattern's so cool. And if I did like snakes enough to get a pet, which I don't, I would get a strawberry corn snake if I could. I'm pretty sure they're really rare, so it probably wouldn't be able to. But if I could, I would. Totally, 100%. But I'm not that big of a snake fan. I like to appreciate snakes from a distance. There was one time, a friend of mine, she brought her corn snake into class, and I was able to hold it, I think. And it was, she actually had two, and so she brought one into class, and it was the one that wouldn't bite, thankfully, because she had a male and a female, and I think that the female was the one that bit a lot. So yeah, and we were all in like fourth grade. We're all in fourth grade, so imagine a bunch of fourth graders holding this tiny snake. They were little too. Those were tiny snakes. They are not big. They're itty bitty. At least the ones she had were. I don't know if they're normally that itty bitty or if they were just like younger snakes. But yeah, she had like a farm. I promise you, she had a farm of animals or a zoo. But I went over to her house a few times because she was a pretty close friend at the time, and she had, how many dogs she had? I think she had 3 like big dogs, and I think she had 2 or 3 cats. And then I think they had 2 guinea pigs, and 2 snakes. I think they might have had 3 snakes actually, but I think it was 2. And that's what they had when I knew them. And then they moved away. And then they got even more pets. Apparently when they moved away, they got chicks, like 6 chicks, and then they got another dog and a cat. Like, she sent me a letter because when she moved away, I wanted to keep in contact. And we sent a couple letters back and forth before we eventually forgot about each other. But yeah, she had a bunch. They had bought a bunch of more animals because they had more space for them in their new home. That was a very animal loving family. They loved their animals. So yeah, a bit crazy to me, but to them totally normal, just owning a bunch of interesting animals. Like, honestly, they could have owned a farm. They really probably should have owned a farm. And maybe that's where they moved, to own a farm. But yeah, they had a ton of pets. They also had 3 kids, so imagine having all those pets plus 3 kids. So no small task, not at all. The one that I was friends with, she was actually the youngest, so she loved animals. Probably because of how many animals they had, but yeah. I really don't remember if I got to hold that snake or not. I think I did. Like, I vaguely remember it. I think I held it at her house, though. I don't think I held it at the school when she brought it to school. Because there were so many kids, like, holding it that it was starting to get antsy, so she put it away or something. And I just didn't. I was one of the ones that didn't get to hold it. And honestly, I was like, whatever, it's fine. I was probably too scared to hold it anyway. So, yeah. And then there was this one time... I did touch the snake. I didn't hold it. They had a zoo person come in, and they brought a bunch of like animals for us to see at the school. And they brought this massive snake. I don't remember what kind of snake it was because it was so long ago, but it was a huge snake, and just wrapped around his neck. Not like all the way or something. Like, it was like draped over his neck, and it was this big gray, I think it was gray snake. It was huge. And then he got a whole bunch of other animals. I think he had like a owl. I think he brought an owl. And what else? So they brought an owl, and they brought a sloth. That's right. It was like a big old sloth. And there was another animal, I just don't remember what it was, because that was this is like 3rd grade when they did all this. So, yeah. But that was really fun. We didn't get to pet the sloth. I remember being sad about that, because I really wanted to pet the sloth. We did get to touch the snake, and that might have been all. The snake... And I think we touched like the owl's like feet or something. Like, it was a weird. I think I was too scared to actually touch its feathers, so I probably just touched its feet. I was a pretty nervous kid, so not very adventurous when it came to those things. I would totally catch a ton of frogs if they were outside. Like we have all these tiny frogs in our in the back area where the playground was, and they would come out every season, and we would catch all the frogs and we'd show them to our teacher, who was a germaphobe, so of course she hated it, but we loved it. So honestly, I think her hate of germs was more played up for the kids sometimes, like looking back, because she still let us pick up the frogs as much as we ran over to show her them. Like, she never stopped us, but of course we would run over to scare her with the frogs because we all knew she hated germs. But she never really got mad about it, so I don't know, maybe she was just playing it up for us or something. I don't know. I was in third grade. I don't really remember everything that well. I just have very vague memories of that time. Very special memories in there, though. Like, I remember doing the dad-daughter dance with my dad to the Cinderella song. That was sweet. That was very a sweet moment. It's my dad. I would definitely hold that to my heart for the rest of my life. And then, of course, my other sister's dad danced with them. Thankfully, there's like 3 sections in the song, and it was me and 2 of my sisters. I think one of them wasn't there for some reason. I don't remember. She might have been there, but I remember all of us got to dance with him at different points in the song. So, yeah. That's a memory I probably will never forget. It's funny how you look back and there are those like little memories that just seem so insignificant, but then they become the thing that you will always just remember forever. Like, I have specific memories with each of my siblings because I have 5 siblings, so I have a lot to keep up with, but I do have like little specific memories with each of them. And then I have specific memories with my mom and all that. I'm a very family person. I'm told by my friends I talk about my family a lot, so at least there was one time I was told by my friends that. I think I talked about them more often when back in college. Probably because that was when I graduated and it turned very different very quickly. But and all my siblings had started moving away too, so I think that was also part of it. It's like the beginning of them all starting to leave the house and all that jazz. I was still there because my college was literally 20 minutes from my parents' house, so of course I stayed. Why would I pay for a dorm or whatever when I could literally just stay at home and save money? So that's what I did. I almost did go to a college that I would have had to have a dorm for, but I'm glad I didn't, because it turned out it closed down not long after I applied for the other college. And according to one of my teachers, because a lot of those students who came from that college ended up coming to our college because it closed down. And according to one of my teachers, she had a friend that worked there and who got fired because she started telling people to not apply to the college because it's about to close down. And they didn't want people to know yet for some reason. I guess so they could scrounge some money from some more people for some reason. So she got fired even though the school was closing down anyway, for for warning people not to sign up for a school that's closing down in like what was it, like a couple months or something, when she, because they had told their staff before they told their students and before they made it public or something. I don't know. It was very shady. But that's what she was told. I mean, I wasn't there, so I'm not gonna point any fingers or name the school or anything. Just yeah. Kind of some shady business going on there. But yeah, a lot of the students from that school came to ours, because our school was probably the only other art school in the area, so there's not a lot of art schools these days, I will tell you that. If you want to get into a good art school and stay in your state, unless you live in like California or New York, you're probably gonna have a rough time finding a school. I mean, you could go to like a state school and take their art courses, and some of them probably do have really great art courses. However, it is nice to go to a school that's specifically meant for art, because then you can collaborate with other students who are maybe not in the same maybe not studying the same thing as you, but at least studying something similar. So, of course, the school I went to was not just art, it was specifically like how do you call it? Like digital art kind of stuff. And when I say digital art, I don't mean what I'm doing right now, although that's kind of like part of it. I mean digital art as in like photography, filmmaking, 3D animation, what else? Multimedia, which is basically graphic design. And for some reason they had nursing. And that was the only non-art thing we had there. And yes, there were nurse students there. Shockingly, there were actually some nursing students there. I don't know why the school had a nursing section. It was the most random thing of an art school to have, but for some reason they had a nursing program. And every once in a while we would see these people walking down the halls with like scrubs on, and we'd be like, who are they? And we'd be like, oh yeah, there's a nursing program. Because we never spoke to these people, nor do I think I ever saw any of them, because there was a break room where most of the students would like hang out whenever we had like a break in between classes or something. Because these were like 4-hour classes, so we had like 15-minute breaks or whatever. And I don't think I ever saw them in the break room. I really don't. If I did, I didn't know it, because honestly, everybody in there was art students. So they did not socialize with us. Not that I know of. It was very interesting. It's just hilarious because you're in art school going for a nursing no, wait, there is one time I interacted with the nurse students at the art school. So they actually had like a blood testing thing. I don't know. They had to like take our blood or something, or no, they didn't take our blood. They did our like blood pressure or something. So they put it on our arm, and I don't know. There was something that we had to like volunteer for. They were like, hey, you guys want to volunteer so they can do this? And I'm like, sure. So I went over there and I did that. So that's probably the one time I interacted with the nursing students at our art school. Still very weird situation, but I don't know why. I wish I could answer why. It was probably the most out of place thing that we had in our school. They spent their money on like really interesting things too. Like I loved my teachers. Didn't know why okay, so when I first entered the school, they did have rules that I ignored. So get some water in me. Well, it's not water, it's Gatorade. Okay, I'm not dying. I'm fine. Okay. What was I saying? That was water. Okay. I'm fine. Just gotta cough it out sometimes, man. But they okay. Okay, I'm fine now. Okay, we're gonna continue on. I'm sorry. So they did have rules, like the first, I think she was like a principal. I don't know if you call her a principal because this is a college, so I don't know, but goodness, I'm still coughing. I'm sorry. Okay. But she had made some rules when I first came to the college, and they were basically like you can't wear hats. What else? So you can't wear hats, and you like there were like a whole bunch of other things, but the main one was you can't wear hats, you can't wear like hoodies to like cover your head or whatever, and like all these other like kind of like high school rules and all that kind of stuff that you think about for like high school stuff. I completely ignored the hat rule. Like honestly, I forgot about it. Not because I deliberately ignored it. I just forgot about it and nobody ever said anything about it. And honestly, I think like, cause the thing is, she came in, told us the rules for the school, and for a while I listened, but honestly at some point I think I forgot about it, and I saw other students just ignoring it, so I just started wearing hats and hoodies and stuff. And apparently I don't know if she like quit or if she was fired or something happened, so she left, and the new person came in, and he did not care whatsoever at all about the old rules. He's just like, you do what you. That's pretty much how he was with us. So I wore a different hat every day to school, because I have a little mini hat collection of superheroes, hats, and stuff. I haven't collected for that hat collection in a while, but back then I really liked my hats. So I wore them every day to school and a different one every day. So I have a bunch of like random collections of things. Like, okay, so I never collected anything throughout like all of like high school and middle school. There was no collections. I didn't collect anything. I didn't really do much of that kind of stuff. I kind of just focused on school, and I drew a bunch of stuff. But when I left school, or when I left for college, I guess that's the right way to phrase it, I did end up starting to collect stuff. And the first thing I started collecting was because of my boyfriend at the time, and he gave me some superhero hats. He gave me like 2 of them. And then after that, I don't know, something must have clicked, because I just started collecting a ton of superhero hats. So, and that was kind of that cycle for me. And for a while I did a bunch of superhero hats and stuff. And then I stopped collecting those. I guess I just lost interest or something. And then I started collecting, what was after that? Pops. I started collecting the pops, which you probably see right there. I have more than that. And I did have even more than that at some point. There was a lot of them. I did give a lot of them away after a while because they started taking up space. So like I collected a ton, and the only ones I kept are like my favorite collections of them. Like I have all the robins, like not all of the pop robins, but at least like all of the dudes. And I also have what's her name, the redhead, the Carrie girl from the Batman movie, which I can't remember at the time because it's been so long since I've watched it. But well, it's not the movie. It's from the comics, and then they made a movie out of it. But anyway, so I have all those, and I had them for a very long time, and I did have them like along my wall for a really, really long time. But I ran out of room, and specifically when I got rid of these like dresser things I had at the time, I wanted to get rid of those. And that would take away a lot of the space I had for said pops. So I took the ones that were like worth at least like more than $5, and I sold those on like Etsy that I didn't want to keep, and then the rest I just gave away to Goodwill. Not Goodwill. Well, it wasn't Goodwill. It was like a church Goodwill-ish thing. I don't know how to explain it, but they had like a thrift store. That's the word I'm looking for. So it was like a thrift store, and I gave it to them. So they got that. I'm so sorry I keep coughing. I know that's probably really annoying. I wish I didn't cough so much. I want this to go away, I swear. It's just not leaving me. Anyway, so yeah, I had those for a while until I gave them away. And now, like, my most recent collection, I suppose. I did kind of collect swords, but I only have 3, so it's not, I wouldn't really count that as collection. So that's just like swords I have. Or katanas, I guess is the better description. Now I have like pins from every time I go to a convention, which I sell my stuff at conventions, by the way. I get at least 1 pin and at least 1 sticker, maybe 2. And the reason for that is because I have a little Batman mask thingy that's like, it's like a knitted mask. And it has a bunch of like pins on it because it looks kind of wonky when you wear it, so I just use it as a pin holder. So I'm trying to fill that up, and it looks pretty good right now actually. But and then I have these containers that I use to bring my like stuffed animals and prints and whatever to the conventions, and I use those, the stickers on the lids, because then I can cover, once I have enough like convention visits, it'll be covered in stickers, and I'm excited to see it like that. For now, right now, I only have like, I don't know, like 4 on each lid, but I want to make it like that covered, the sticker covered stuff that you see everywhere. I don't know, I find that stuff kind of fun and silly, so this is a very rambly topic right now. This really looks like a jumble of colors right now, but I promise you it'll look better once I finish. Once I start, I guess the word is rendering. I just call it shading and stuff, but I don't know. Everybody calls it rendering these days, and I'm just like, I just call it shading. Because that's really all you're doing. I mean, I guess I call it rendering because I like fix things while they shade it and color it and stuff. But I don't really do much of that. Like, if I usually just get to the point where I'm happy with the shape, and if there's something I need to change after, it's usually after I'm done all the shading and stuff. So I don't know. To each their own. We all call it something. For the longest time, I had no idea what people meant by rendering. I was like, what on earth are you talking about? Because like when I think about rendering, I think about like animation, like 3D animation, what you would do to render a scene out and stuff. Which, if you don't know what that is, I cannot explain it. You just have to see it to know what it is, or do it, one or the other. So, yeah, I don't really know how to explain what rendering is in the sense of animation. I guess it's like the final step. It's when everything like is like in a computer, it's all like smushed into one layer. I guess that's the best way to describe it. If you're like an artist, let's say I took all these layers and I basically like I shifted and I combined all the layers or something into this like one like video or something. I don't know. That's probably the best way I can explain it. Yeah. I think that's a good way to explain it. I don't really know how to explain it. I apologize if that did not make sense. Honestly, I'm probably the worst person to explain that to you. I just knew how to do it, not really what it was. So, yeah. Which is probably not that great, but, you know, whatever. Probably one other thing I got from college, and that is my video game taste. I never really played much video games. I played like the games that I had growing up, like Sonic and maybe a little bit of Mario, and I played on like the Game Boy and whatever, but I didn't really get into like video games like my brothers did. However, when I went to college, I had a friend who I did like video games, I just didn't really play them that often. And he was like, oh, I have some suggestions for you. So he let me use his Steam account, and he let me play like BioShock on it and Tomb Raider. And I loved those games, oh my word. And then there was another game I played, which I can't remember the name to, nor do I think I could ever pronounce it correctly. So I'm not going to say it, just to not butcher the name. But they had a lot of fun stuff on there. So, I kind of got my video game taste from that guy, not gonna lie. Like, not entirely, because there were some games he showed me that I was like, meh, not my thing, too. But I did end up loving those games. And then there's, of course, a couple games that I just got because I saw, like, I started watching like Markiplier at the time, and whoever else. I think it was really just Markiplier, but there was probably some other gamers that I watched, and I got some of the games from watching their videos. Like, my favorite game series, Little Nightmares, I started playing because of Markiplier. I pretty much watched his video, and I think I watched a couple other videos, and then I stopped it, and I was like, I'm just gonna play the game. So, I played the whole game, and that was so much fun. I love that game. I will say one thing I've discovered: I do not like choice games. Like, when I say choice games, I mean like games where you literally just have to decide between saying A or B and figuring out the end of the game. Some people really like those games, and they like to like replay them and see how things would change if you did something differently or whatever. I don't like them like that. Like, they're just not fun to me. They're really boring. I mean, and my like head starts to hurt after I stare at the screen just doing nothing but click on responses and whatever. Like, you might have a little bit of gameplay in there, you might do a couple things here and there, but I never liked it. Like, I played that Stranger Things, I think that's what it's called, game. I did not like it. I played it to the end. I will say that. I did play it to the end. Didn't play it again, though. I didn't really look for the... I played Undertale. Did not play it ever again. I made it to the end. I tried to start for another, like, run. Nope. I couldn't do it. I made it, like, a couple, like, bits in. And I was like, no, thank you. This is boring. I don't like replaying games, even if it's, like, a little bit different gameplay because you're making different choices. It's not fun to me. So, those games are just not for me. Again, I apologize for coughing. Alright. But yeah. I'd say my top games are, of course, Little Nightmares, because nothing beats that game series. And honestly, Sonic Adventure 2 is, as bad as I am at that game, because I'm terrible at it, I do love that game. So... And of course I love the BioShock series. I can't even, honestly, there probably is a favorite. I did like the Sky one. I don't remember all the names because it's been so long, so forgive me. But I liked I think it was the most recent one at the time, but it was like the one where you're in the sky. And that was actually the first one I played for some reason. But that one's forever my favorite of the BioShock series. And then Tomb Raider, I don't really know which one was my favorite, because honestly, they've all blended together in my head at this point. And I kind of want to go replay them a little bit. I remember one of them was like really boring for some reason. It just was not fun. I don't remember which one it was, but maybe it's because I had played so many of them that I just got bored of it. So... yeah. And I think that's my favorites. I've played some other games here and there, like the Cuphead series. Didn't really like that one. Probably would have been more fun with a partner, but I like solo games, so... yeah. And then I have not played any racing games because I don't have the money nor the time to do so, so I don't plan on buying those games. I did play I do have like wish list items or whatever that maybe one day I'll get, but honestly, like, they're just too much money. I don't have the reason to spend the money on them anymore. Not that I had a reason in college, but I at least had the um I don't know what to call it. The unself-awareness of to buy it. Just spent money instead of saved it. Should have saved it, but you know, I was a college student. I was still learning life. What can you do? Is it that? Alright. Now I can start unshading and etc. So, since I got the color base down, this snake is going to be very interesting to shade. I will say that. Also, the scales are very pronounced in the thing, so that'll be interesting. Okay, let's start with the cup. Let's go easy mode. Okay. Well, forgive me, I'm looking at the images of the strawberry milkshakes to decide what color I want. And if I want to add little strawberry chunks. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with that one. all the references here. Okay. Let's get that side by side. There. Okay. Not sure I like the pink. I think it's a little too saturated. No, it's just a little too pink. I think that's the problem. A little more red. Hmm. This one is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. Deciding if I want to finish this on stream, if I want to finish it on the next stream. I am getting really tired. I'll go to... Because I did start later today, so... I don't know. I think I'm gonna finish this drawing tomorrow. Because I'm getting really tired. And it's taking longer than I anticipated because of the pattern on the snake is a bit more complicated than the last one. So, I'm gonna go to bed. And I wish you guys a good night. And I will finish this tomorrow and maybe start on another snake as well. So, yeah. Stay tuned because this is not done yet. Well, not stay tuned. Come back tomorrow. So, same time. Get some coffee. Yes. Thank you, PJMX. And thank you for the coffee. I see the little coffee pot meme you sent is cute. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna go now. So I wish you a good night. Forgive me as I reach for the mouse because it's an odd angle. So goodbye.